Welcome to the Sunday Update. Nath Gardner with you. Overseas first, in South Korea, almost 150 people have died and at least 100 more injured after a stampede in Seoul. 100,000 party girls were attending the first outdoor no-mask Halloween event since the pandemic. It's believed crowds surged through a narrow street, causing some to go into cardiac arrest. Over 400 emergency workers have been deployed to treat the injured. Back home, the Prime Minister won't be sharing national security advice which formed the plan to repatriate women and children from Syria. The first group of families have returned to Australia after years in a detention camp, but it sparked concern from the opposition the group may have been radicalised by Islamic State. But Anthony Albanese says the group is pledging to wear tracking devices and obey terrorism control orders.
At this point in time, it's not appropriate to comment on the details. There will be, of course, statements at an appropriate time, but we're acting on that national security advice, and our first and only priority is to keep Australians safe.
Victoria's flood emergency has brought up health concerns, with fears the crisis may have sparked outbreaks of gastroenteritis. Alerts on the Vic Emergency app say there are several cases of gastro and diarrhoea in flood-affected areas. More tests will be carried out this week by the EPA. Former US Vice President Mike Pence has condemned the vicious assault on Nancy Pelosi's 82-year-old husband after a break-in at the couple's San Francisco home. No word from Donald Trump, though. And reports of drink spiking have almost doubled compared to pre-pandemic numbers, with almost 190 people reporting to New South Wales Police of their beverages being drugged in the last financial year. To sport now, and it's brought to you by Ladbrokes Mates Mode, the better way to chat, share and bet together. T's and C's apply, and remember, gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-858-858. The Rugby League World Cup in the UK has seen Australia beat Italy in its final pool game to end on top of its group. Earlier, England thrashed Greece 94-4, while Roosters coach Trent Robertson is preparing France for their final pool game against Samoa on Monday. And there's been a couple of tight, high-scoring matches in the NBL. Melbourne United beating the Hawks 106-100 after a game that went into double overtime. United coach Dean Vickerman says it was an epic battle.
To walk out of here with a W, with two teams that were scratching and fighting to really get a win, you look back at it, it was a roller coaster, and somehow we finished on top.
While Sydney at home to Cairns saw the Kings get up 106-103. And for even more sports news, make sure you check out the Sports Update. You'll find it wherever you're listening to this show. To entertainment news now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Black Adam has again topped the US box office for the second weekend running. And the Kings of Leon have rocked Victorian regional town Mildura, the band loving being the centre of attention, performing on a sports field surrounded by grapevines. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.